Hey, good evening, everybody. What a great night we had last night. A 3-for-3 night with our free picks in college basketball last night. We also had a great night on Pick Dawgz as well. A fantastic night in the NHL. Great night in college basketball. Another winning night for all access members. Tonight we got a healthy college basketball card locked in. Of course, there's one NHL game tonight as well, but we're going to focus on college basketball considering the NBA's on their all-star break, unfortunately, because we're going really well in the NBA right now too. So welcome to Against the Public. I'm Dana Lane. We're the only show to analyze early betting patterns by the public, and we've done that once again by presenting 3 more free college basketball plays for Friday, each one going against early public opinion. Before I get to our free plays, we've kind of changed it up a little bit. We usually have the NBA up early because there's no NBA tomorrow. We had college basketball up. $49.99 gives you all 3 of my top college basketball plays for one low price. And of course, that always comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. In addition, if you don't want to mess with a 3-pack, you don't want to mess with the single games, just go right ahead and get an all access pass. You get one for a 30-day pass, a 90-day pass, an annual pass. That 30-day pass is $13.13 a day. That 90-day pass is less than $10 a day. And the annual all access pass, you can get that for less than $100 a month. And that's, that to me is the best deal because you get the rest of college basketball, the NBA, you get the NHL, you get all of my Major League Baseball selections that are coming up. I can't wait for the MLB season, and of course that annual all access pass will run right into college basketball and the NFL next year, which we absolutely crushed this year. So looking forward to that for sure. If you're not an all access member yet, here's a few reasons why you cannot let another day go by without getting involved. All access members over the last 30 days have won 57% of their selections, plus 2,228 units of profit, number one in that span. And I don't think this included the late game that we had in college basketball, so these numbers are at least one game better than what I'm given. Also, all access members in 2024 have won 55%. Just under 2,000 units won this year. I promised you this would be my best season yet. So far, so good. College basketball, as I mentioned, perfect 3-0 card on Thursday to go with a perfect 3-0 free pick card. So 6-0 in college basketball last night. So it is time to get involved. Right now when the NBA is kind of on hiatus, you get involved with college basketball right now. Absolutely on fire. 61.1% winners in college hoops over the last 7 days. 60% college basketball winners over the last 30 days. Good for 1,335 units of profit. In the NBA, we got a couple days off. It will be back again after the All-Star game. 57% winners over the last 30 days. Number one amongst cappers with at least 60 plays. That's why you need to get on board right now with an all-access pass so you can enjoy that kind of success for the rest of 2024. Give me 1 second so I can get my voice back. And of course the cat meows. Let's go to our free games for Friday. Sorry, had to do it. I wouldn't have lasted. Let's get to your free games for Friday. 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 875, 876. The Sienna Saints versus the St. Peter's Peacocks. Peacocks minus 9.5, 124.5 is your total. Not a surprise to see 82% of the early money coming in on the Peacocks. Sienna's having a horrible season, both straight up and against the spread. With that being said, I watched that game the other day against Manhattan. It was a really good straight up win for the Saints. They were a dog last time out in that game against Manhattan. I thought they played pretty well against Mount St. Mary's a couple games ago as well. So a little bit of a stretch now where we're starting to maybe see Sienna play better, or at least would make us think twice about laying big numbers as we're being asked to do in this game. St. Peter's has lost 4 straight overall and 6 of 8 straight up. They barely covered against Fairfield after letting the Stags shoot 50% from the floor. I thought Sienna was as good as I've seen him all year long on defense. And of course, Michael Ely, if you have not seen him play, he's a special player. He's now scored 20 points or more in back-to-back games. I'm going to take Sienna plus the 9.5. There are times, and I have to be honest, there are times where Sienna to me is just never will get my money. And then they start to play well. They played, like I said, against Manhattan. I'm like, gosh, man, this Ely kid is really good. And I just think sometimes that when I'm being asked to lay 9.5, and I think a lot of times teams overlook Sienna too. I think this is a big number, too big of a number. My gut is telling me Sienna is the play here at 9.5. Game number 2, 7 o'clock Eastern time, 877, 878, VCU Rams, -5 and 144 versus the St. Louis Billikens. I would get on this game now because I can foresee a small increase in the number as it gets towards game time. If you get 144, that's a number we should stick with. That's a number you should be happy with. And I think most books have that number now anyway. VCU has cashed 5 straight unders, and I think the pace is going to favor St. Louis in this game at home, which means a little bit of a high-scoring game from a team that averaged 94 points a game over its last 2 games, including in win against LaSalle. They scored 102 in regulation, and then they scored 87 or 86 in that loss to St. Joe's. So a couple of high-scoring games offensively. They're as good right now. I think they're as good as I've seen them all season. 6 out of the last 10 meetings in this series have cashed over tickets, including 3 straight games. These teams played earlier in the season. VCU absolutely crushed St. Louis, 85-61. I think if St. Louis is going to compete in this game, they're going to have to get it up into the 160s, 165, 170 range. That's really their type of basketball. VCU scored 49 points in that second half in their last meeting. They scored 84 points combined in that matchup in the second half. So if the second half at least was a telling sign for what we're going to get in this game, it's going to fly way over the total. We saw St. Louis shoot just 36% from the field in that game. 4 for 20 from 3-point range. I think they're going to be way better in this game. This 144 I think is very generous, and we're going to take over that total. And in game number 3, 7 o'clock Eastern time, 879, 880, Niagara to Purple Aces at the Fairfield Stags. Fairfield -6.5 when 147. Purple Aces have been pretty good against the number this year. They have a 14-8 ATS mark this season. They've covered 5 of their last 7 games. They dropped an absolute heartbreaker to Iona. They fell when they were down by 18 at the half in that game, came all the way back, finally just lost that by 3. In fact, not only they lost that, it was kind of a double heartbreaker because if you were a bettor on that, you were getting 2.5, and they lose that game by 3. So a really bad loss for bettors and for the team. Fairfield has covered 5 of their last 6 and 13 of 23 overall. Niagara has covered 3 straight in the series and 8 of their last 10. The Purple Aces have had 8 days to prepare. They have not played for 8 days, so they quite a long time to prepare for this game. They've already beaten Fairfield by 24 inside the Gallagher Center last month, and the Aces are 5-0 on the road in MAAC play this year. We're going to take Niagara plus the 6.5. Okay, so, man, I don't know what happens. I could talk all day long, and then I get on the videos, and I can't do it. It's because I got my radio voice going, and it's like, yeah, we're not doing that yet. Fortunately, that does it for our free plays for college basketball on Friday. Please go to pickdawgz.com. Get involved with my college basketball 3-pack for $49.99. Gives you every single one of my plays for one low price, and, of course, Get involved with that all access pass, guys. That is the way. I mean, tonight not a great night in the NBA, but we crushed college basketball. They crushed the National Hockey League, and if you had an all access pass, you would have done very well tonight. So make sure you get involved with that. You can get a 7-day, a 30-day, 90-day annual pass, whatever you choose. Please make sure that you do get involved. Let's have a terrific start to the weekend. Before we go, let me recap our free plays one more time. Sienna plus 9.5, VCU St. Louis over 144, and Niagara plus 6.5. So that does it for today's show. Mercifully, I'm going to go and try to take care of my voice. Thanks to everyone who continues to help make this show grow. Good total on the views last night. Over 2,000 views on the show, so I do appreciate that. I don't get there as much as I want to, but I do appreciate when you leave comments. It's very nice, and I try to always respond. Also, a show note for the weekend, if you didn't get the video yesterday, I will not have a video on Sunday and Monday because I'm going to be on the road in San Jose for the VGK and the San Jose Sharks game, then going over to San Jose State and Wyoming to see that college basketball. And maybe we're going to squeeze a UNLV road game at Pacific in there somewhere as well. So we'll see what happens over the weekend. But I had no show for Sunday and Monday as well. So I appreciate we'll have picks up on the website for sure. Just no show because I can't trust the Wi-Fi in these hotels. So for Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. Thank you very much for joining me. All the best to you and your wagers on Friday.